So the first live stream for Rumble, it's on, today is Tuesday at 1500 or basically 3 p.m. If this goes well, I'll do another one next week or maybe even later during the week. Okay. So this live stream is going to be a short one. Hopefully it'll be 45 minutes or less. The idea is, I don't know if you'll be able to join. I'm not too familiar with this stream, but I do not know how to. All right, looks like it's live, so that's the most important thing. Okay, so I'm not sure how people can chat with me. I'm guessing maybe there'll be a pop-up, and then I'll be able to let you to answer your questions. Anyways, let's continue with the tutorial. I'm going to assume nobody's going to join live, but if you are there, just shoot me a note or something. Okay, so in this tutorial live stream, I'm going to talk about JavaScript map methods. In the last video I created, it was about JavaScript maps. So essentially a map holds key value pairs where the keys can be of any data type. Now, for this particular tutorial, we're going to be actually using the common methods to manipulate maps, such as you can see here, set, get, delete, and clear. And obviously there's built-in ones such as the size. The size is pretty straightforward. That's how many elements are inside the map. And this is a common syntax of the map methods in JavaScript. So you have it, they're always iterable, meaning you can simply loop through them because they're always ordered. And you can they don't have a default key, unlike regular JavaScript objects. So you declare them, and methods, that's what we're doing today. And there's a constructor. So the constructor is like right here. It's just a map, the word map. And then set, this is one way to add elements to the map. For example, you can set like age. So this will be the key and the value will be 24 as an example. And then you can get a specific key, the value in a map. For example, here, if I say get age, it will return 24. The size will give me the number of elements in a map. So for example, if the map is empty, this should be 0. And obviously if I have elements, for example, in this example here, if there would be 1 element, it would be 1. And delete, you can delete a specific element in a map, such as, for example, here, if I delete bread will be removed. Obviously, then if I run size, the size will be, it will be less 1. Has is also a way you can check to see if a specific key exists in a map. In this example, I check to see if bread has bread, and clear will clear all the elements, basically delete everything inside a map. Okay, and if you want to see the code snippet, you can always expand here. Oh, by the way, I forgot. So you go to ojambo.com/javascript-map-methods. This is the article. You can get the source code from there, and this is the screenshot of what the tutorial today is going to be. So you can see there's a bunch of code here. Some of the stuff is from the last tutorial, but it's important because in case some people skip that tutorial and they go to this one, it'll be confusing. So I left some of the content from last time just to show you. For example, here you can see I use a for each loop. So instead of doing it manually like we did in the last tutorial, you can just use a for each loop, and it's much less code, and you can print everything on it. So you can basically skip all these lines here. This is the output. And of course, this is the video, which will be after this live stream. And I just want to let you know that obviously that JavaScript is open source. It follows the EMIScript standard, licensed under W3 software license. And this allows commercial use, modification to speech and making it proprietary. Another note is that every Friday I do have a live stream. It's check ojambo.com for details and instructions. I'm trying to position myself into maybe doing a live stream every single day. I'm just getting used to it. That's why, for example, I'm trying Rumble today, rumble.com. Okay, so let's head over to ojamboshop.com. I'm going to be using the ojamboshop.com web Learning JavaScript Web IDE, which also inspired this tutorial. So as you can see here, I'm going to use chapter 8, which is the about object, and you can use any chapter, because for this particular tutorial all I need is just the IDE. It's the built-in IDE, and the output will be here. So in this case you don't need to have a separate IDE, but you can follow along with any text editor. You need a web browser. So for this particular course, the Learning JavaScript course, all you need is a web browser, and obviously once you sign up, you'll be able to, for example, in this particular one, it's about objects, it explains, and then there's some code snippet. You can copy that or just type it in here for your lesson. So in this one, I'm just using this because I just need the IDE. Okay, so let's get started here with this. So you can always copy paste. I'll give you an example here. So you go here, so you just copy that. Just like last time, I'll create the first variable will be prices, map. So that's how you create a map. But this one I'm going to pass in an array. So we have milk, $10. Make sure you put a comma at the end. And we also have butter, and this will be 5. And the final item will be bread. I'm going to make it 2. So we close off our array, and then we close off the map. Then just to show you, console.log, that we can use type of. This should be an object. And then to print everything inside, because it's an array, we can use JSON stringify. And remember, it is an object. So you can use object dot from entries and then prices. Okay, so as you can see here, there's 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, closing parentheses. So you can also create a map using set, the elements using set. Okay, so for example, I say let costs equals new map. Up here I made a mistake. It should be new map. Okay, then I can use set, costs dot set juice, and I give it a price, and costs dot set cereal, and then costs dot set soap, and then we'll do the same thing, console.log, use type of, it will tell you the type it is. Of course this should be an object. So since it's an object, you can use JSON.stringify object.from entries costs, and then 1, 2, 3, and I made a little mistake here. Stringify. Okay. Now we can retrieve the values. So it'll be console.log milk price prices.get. So this is our first method, and we'll get milk. Then we'll do the same thing for butter. So say prices.get butter. And we'll do the last one, which is the bread. It'll be bread prices.get bread. Okay, now for the costs, it's the same thing. Console.log juice cost.get juice, and console.log cereal cost.get cereal. Okay, let me go down here a little bit. So we did cereal. The last one is, so you can see this is very tedious to do this, and a loop would be much easier. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to list all elements in map. So we say prices dot for each, create a function, value, and key. Console.log. I'm going to use the template string, so use that symbol, and then $, squiggly bracket, key, squiggly bracket, price, $, squiggly bracket, value. Okay, close off the squiggly bracket, and we can do the same thing for costs for each function, value, key, console.log. It's literally, well, not literally, but it's a little different. $, key, cost, $, again, then value, so you see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this 6 lines take care of all these lines as well. Now I'm sure you can see the benefit of using a for each loop is that this, instead of writing this, it's tedious. I can just do this. So if there was multiple items, I'll be able to print them all out or manipulate them further. Okay, now if you want to get the number of elements, let me scroll down here a little bit. Number of elements is console.log the number of elements for prices is prices.size, and and console.log the number of elements for costs is costs.size. This one doesn't have parentheses in it. Okay, now we can do a Boolean check. So console.log milk check is, you just say prices dot has milk. Then we can do the same thing for one of the costs. This time I'll do juice check is costs dot has juice. Then we can remove some elements. So for example, I can say prices dot delete milk, and I do costs dot delete, let's delete juice. Now, to check to see if those elements do exist, it's literally, you can simply copy this, but I'll just type it in here. Milk check. So now it should be false, while before it was true. So prices dot has milk, console.log juice check is costs dot has juice. Okay, then we can remove all elements. So it's simple, it'll be prices dot clear and costs dot clear. Now when they're cleared, so I can use has to check all the elements. Obviously they'll be false. So a faster way to do this is to use the number of items. So basically this up here, console.log the number of elements for prices is prices.size. And console.log the number of elements for costs is costs.size. Okay, hopefully I didn't make any errors, so we compile this. Okay, I made a mistake somewhere, so let's fix this. Now this is live. Okay, so we made a mistake somewhere. Two. Okay, let's start up here. Prices was, so this seems okay. Type of, this is fine. JSON, it should be 1 2 3 1 2 3. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Type of costs, JSON 1 2 3 1 2 3. This is fine. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. This is fine. Here is okay. This is okay. Number of fine. This is also fine. 1 2 1 2 is fine. Delete is fine. 2 2. Clear. This and this. Oh. Argument list. I might have to this is one of the problems with JavaScript. You have to be very careful if you make a mistake. I'm actually stumped. I don't know where the mistake is. I don't think I actually made a mistake. Well, let me maybe get. It's all fine. I'm wondering if I made a mistake here. It's probably one of these ones. Key, price, squiggly. They all seem to be fine. It's probably you guys are watching this live. You probably think I'm crazy. Where did I make the mistake? I don't think I made a mistake. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll copy line by line and see where I actually did make a mistake, because I literally don't think I made a mistake. Okay. Okay, you can't see this, but I'm going to test this somewhere else off screen. Okay, so clearly the mistake is not up here. Wondering if the mistake is here then. Nope, the mistake is not here. Let's see if the mistake is here then. Okay, the mistake is here. All right, so console. Oh, no. I think it's here, but let's try it again. Okay, the mistake is not up here. I wonder if the mistake is here. Nope, the mistake is not there. Mistake is not there as well. Okay, the mistake is not there. Okay, the mistake is here. Okay, it says the mistake is here, and console.log. I forgot to add the plus. All right. All right, so that should fix it. No? Huh. Did I make a... Oh, I also made the mistake here as well. Okay, there we go. Whew. Yeah, that was weird. Okay. So now we can continue with the tutorial. So here, this is a map created using an array. So what I do is I type type of prices. This should give me an object, and because it's an object, I can use object from entries, and then I stringify it, basically put it in an array, and then by stringifying it, it means that JSON array, it will come as text. And as you can see up here, that's why I'm able to get object and milk, 10, butter, and bread. Next, I created a map using the elements using set. So I create the map as usual. This is the constructor. We use set for the juice, cereal, and soap. And again, we do the type of costs, and then this is just to output it as a string. And as you can see here, that's why it's an object, juice 3, cereal 4, soap 6. So after that, I was able to retrieve the values, for example, the milk price, by using get, and from the prices, and then from the cost, it's get. Now, as you can see, this is very tedious. A better option would be to, I did the exact same thing here using the for each loop. So in this particular case, I simply just use the variable key and value. So it will know automatically that the key, you see it says price, so it will be, for example, this one will be milk price, then it will be butter price and bread price, etc., and then value. And it's the same thing for costs. So you can imagine, so if I had, say, 100 or more, even just 10, instead of doing it this way where I have so many lines of code, this just be the same 6 lines. Or obviously, if it's just one map, it'll only be 3 lines. So much less code. And if we go down here, you can see milk price, butter price, and bread price, and then the juice cost, cereal cost, soap cost, and then this is using the arrays. You can see, so the arrays will output the exact same thing. And obviously with the array you can add other things, and if you make a mistake you just fix it here. Instead of, if I made a mistake here, as you saw, I forgot to put the append sign, then I'll have to weigh code as well. And then of course here the number of elements, so obviously there should be 3 in each. So for example, for prices and sizes, so if we go down here, you can see it will say the number of elements in the price is 3, the number of elements in costs is 3. And then Boolean check, we check to see if milk exists in prices and if juice exists in cost. Obviously it does. So then you can see here it says milk check is true, juice check is true. Then I deleted milk from prices and I deleted juice from costs. Then again I did the milk check and the juice check. Now you can see that's why it says milk check is false, juice check is false, because now there's only 2 elements instead of the 3 for both of them. And then when I use clear, clear removes all the elements. So for example, prices clear removes all the elements, and the cost clear. So I could also use check and check to see if obviously milk and juice will not exist, but I can do that for all of them, but that would be tedious. So an easier way to do that is to use size. Because remember before it was 3, so now it should be 0 for both. And if we go down here, you can see the number of elements for prices is 0. The number of elements for costs is 0. Okay, so that's the end of this coding part of the tutorial. Again, this is on ojamboshop.com. This is the, I use the web IDE here, and then I just click compile, and you compile, and if there's errors, just fix them and compile again. So if you want to start again, you just click clear and so forth, and then you can also log out when you're done. Okay. Now, going back to the article here, quick reminder that every Friday you can join a live stream and you can ask questions. You just go to jambo.com for details. And I want to plug my programming courses. So on ojambo.com or jamboshop.com, there's Learning JavaScript Course. It's available 24/7, so you learn at your own pace. There are no subscriptions, just a one-time fee. There's no need to install JavaScript, or you can use the built-in web ID like I just did, I showed you. All you need is a web browser. And if you have any questions, I'll be available. Quick turnaround. I also have book versions of the course. So you can use, you can go to Amazon, you search for Edward Ojambo, or the links are in the description for both the course and the books. So there's a paperback version, that's a physical copy. And then there's the ebook version. And also under this article here, which jambo.com/javascript-map-methods, under references, there you can also, the links are here, so available. So for example, Learning JavaScript course on ojamboshop.com, Learning JavaScript paperback on Amazon, Learning JavaScript ebook on Amazon. Of course, I have other courses. I have the Learning Python course on ojamboshop.com. I also have the Learning PHP course on ojamboshop.com. And I also have ebooks for Python and PHP on Amazon. The links are in the description, or once you click on the link to get this article, you can get all of them there. And then finally, there's also jumboservices.com. This is for custom websites, applications, and tutorials. So maybe you want to learn a new programming language. It could be either any of these languages, like the JavaScript, Python, PHP. It could be Java, or Rust, C, C++. Or maybe you just need, maybe you're working on an application, you need help. It could be for the desktop, mobile, or web. That's why a custom website as well. So maybe you want to integrate payments, a database, shipping, logistics, anything. I can help you with that as well. So that's actually the end of this live stream. I'm going to check to see if there's any. I'm going to check to see if there's any. Let me see. How do we go to? If I click on live stream, how do I check to see? This is so weird. Okay. I do not. Okay, it looks like there's nobody. I can't tell if anybody's watching. Yeah, this is so weird. But okay, it says go to the live. Click the button above. Upload the video. Okay, that's weird. Anyways, I think, yeah, I'm gonna stop now. This is a good time to stop. It's about half an hour. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe if you can for more content. And if you want me to do a specific tutorial, just let me know. Thank you.